Action.
So, I am in the middle of starting a new series all about gratitude. And this was a really, really unique opportunity for me to give you some roses while you're here. Because many people, they see our relationship from the outside in, don't necessarily understand the impact of it. And I was just reflecting today on how grateful I am. One, just, as a father, as a coach, as a man you trust with your student athletes, you know what I mean? And the growth of their athletic career has been amazing.
Yeah.
But outside of that, the trust that you put into me as a black man, giving me an opportunity was amazing. But I was most grateful for the example that you showed me of manhood, of being a father, like the relationships that you kept with your children, the relationships you keep with your community, your wife, and being a person who has always looked at coaches, looked at athletes, looked at entrepreneurs to learn how to evolve just based off of the necessity for guidance. I found you like a really, really great example. So I wanted to take an opportunity to express gratitude and thanks, because you are like a living example of fatherhood, of manhood. And in our community, we don't have an opportunity to change the narrative. I know just from my experience growing up, having a unique experience with fathers. I had two of them.
Yeah.
And then, becoming a father myself and literally just fumbling the ball, messing up situations, and trying to find a way to reestablish, get on the right track. Like oftentimes it's a space where you're self-conscious. You don't always know the right action, but you gotta act, you gotta move.
You gotta do
So
something.
I would sit back and just watch you through the different adversity. Like we saw Jordan graduate. It was a whole different situation with Mouse. So like over the 2 years from 2018 to now, like the growth has been amazing. So I wanted to take an opportunity to recreate expressions of gratitude while you're here and allow for it to be something that continues to open up and be an example for other people, because you could be watching anybody. You could be feeling some kind of way, and someone that you know in your community could be inspiring you. So this was the expressions of gratitude. So every Thursday, we got new expressions of gratitude.
Man, wow, I appreciate that, man. Definitely love you, man. For me, I guess, the black community, like you say, it's hard for black men to trust other black men, especially with your kids, man. You want to make sure you put them in the right situation, best possible situations, with them succeed. And with Jordan, it was more of, I guess my first son was where I made all the mistakes. My second son was where I learned from my mistakes with the first one, and I kind of knew what I needed to do to make sure I don't make that same situation with him. Now they both, as far as the recruiting process, they both had their struggles, they went through their things. But the thing about it was that I entrusted you, and I'm thankful that we did that to get him right, get his body right, and get his mental right as far as understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Two, teaching him the proper way to lift, because seeing out here, there's a lot of so-called trainers and guys out here who just want to do it for the quick money, because it's become it's almost, to me, this fitness industry has become it's like a prostitution ring almost. You got guys saying they know what they're doing, but they just watch a couple films, but they can't explain. And one thing I loved about with you was, with both of them, you explained the muscles, the purpose of the muscles, the purpose of the lift, and the benefits of the lift, and things like that. You broke it down to where they understood it, they knew what they were doing with their body, and the purpose of what they were doing with their body, and you don't have too many people like that. And so for them, knowing how my sons are, they can see through bullshit. That's always how my wife and I raised them. You can tell a person how to they bear. And the fact that, when you shared your story with us of your past and what happened with you and everything like that, that was, for me, I love that. And I was like, he didn't have to do that. You didn't have to share your story with us, your past. And the fact that you did, I was like, I respect you more for that. And the fact that, I sat and talked to my sons, and they said, and the things that they said to me was like, Dad, everybody's got a past, but the fact that he's doing something, he's making a change to impact the community, impact people's lives, so you can't do them but respect that. Because we always teach our children to respect people for how they treat you and the content of their character and things like that. And nobody's perfect. We all have had our challenges. We've all had our vices, and we all have our virtues. But the good always outweighs the bad, and always look for the God in people. Man. So I definitely appreciate you, man. You know, this is for life. This is for life. This is what we do, man. You know, so definitely Gratitude Thursday.
Man, definitely, and I just appreciate what you shared, because being able to have a space where I can share my past and pray that it can be a space to help them also helped me, because I was still healing from my past, trying to reconcile with myself, reconcile with my family. And I remember sharing with you in 2018 that, you know, the month of December, that year had been the worst year of my life. I remember saying those words. So now to be here, fast forward 2020, to see the strides that God has made within myself, mentally, just to change, to grow. Really coming from a car accident, flipped the car 4 times through the windshield. Wasn't even supposed to be here. You guys were there Christmas, you guys were there New Year's, you never left. So like, to understand the consistency that you demonstrated and how that helped me, is extremely grateful, bro. Gratitude.